Hey everyone, in today's video I kind of want to share with you how I like to decorate around my home. I don't do this really as a service. I don't sell these designs, but I think that you probably could if you wanted to. But this is just how I'm decorating for Christmas. It's my take on a simple balloon twister version of organic decor that is really fast for me to build, because the reason I don't like doing decor is because I don't like anything that takes forever to build. I just don't have the patience for it, but this comes together really quickly. And so I just wanted to share my technique on how I decorate my home for the holidays, and maybe you guys will find this useful too. So when you're going for that more organic, sort of flowy, thrown together type look, you want to make sure that you've got a bunch of different sizes and colors. I have done these little swags with all 5-inch balloons that I've just inflated at different sizes, and that's great for a smaller one. This one is going on my mantle though, so I want to have a few bigger balloons in there so it looks more filled out. So I'll be working with 9-inch, 11-inch, and 5-inch balloons. I've got a whole bunch here in different sort of colors along the same theme. So I'm going for a blue, silvery, kind of wintry look instead of your red and white and green look for Christmas. So this is going to hopefully be an elegant and classy looking winter design. I know people have different ways of building organic decor. I call mine little swags because they're just sort of like little swags that you can place around your windowsill or across a table. And so what I usually do to keep things as random as possible, because I have a tendency to want everything to be even and orderly. So this is kind of hard. And so I just try to throw all reason out the window. And so I'll get 2 different size balloons and I'll inflate both of these. Now I will say a tip here. If you're working with larger balloons, you don't want to fully inflate these guys. You want to really get them low onto the tip of your pump, whatever you're using, and hold on to the neck of that balloon so that you're inflating the back of your balloon first, so that you can get a nice round shape instead of that belled out pear shape that you usually get with a balloon. So I do pairs. I don't do clusters of 3 or 4. I just do doubles. So I'll take a big one and then I'll take a little one and I'll just tie both of those together. And then if you want to have a really nice cleaned up design, you can cut off your tails. It will add some time on how long this takes you, so that's up to you. I'm just going to start making pairs like that. You can even do pairs with 2 5-inch balloons. So these are the same size balloons, but we're going to inflate one about this big, and then you need a bunch of really small balloons to make these decor organic stuff look really pretty. So I've got a smaller one here. What am I doing? We're just gonna tie these together. I think I usually do a double knot. All right, so I just make pairs of different size balloons. I'll put a really big one with a really small one, a small one with a tiny one. So just kind of go crazy and random and do a bunch of pairs of balloons of all different colors, shapes, and sizes. Okay, now once you've inflated a bunch of balloons, and you can tell it's gonna look really good because your pile is looking pretty awesome. At least I'm happy with the way the colors work with each other. If you're curious about what I'm using, I've got a couple different chromes, silver and blue, the new Battletex 5-inch silver reflex balloons, which are the chromy looking smaller balloons. We're using some pearl white, some pearl ivory, and then matte white and matte dark blue. And also, something I'm really loving are these Battletex crystal pastels. These are beautiful, a nice, clear, but milky, soft looking color. It's just gorgeous. So I'm really enjoying the mix of all the different finishes on these balloons, plus the sizes and shapes and everything looking so real. I'm about to lose my whole pile. So let me show you how to start putting these together into your organic swag. So in true Twister style, we're going to be using a 260 to attach all these together. I've also done it where I've just tied the tails of all the balloons together, kind of going down a line, and that works as well, but this is faster. So I want to show you guys how to do it fast if you're getting ready for a Christmas party at your home. You don't want anything that's going to take you a lot of time. So take a 260 and inflate it about halfway. And then you're just going to start grabbing pairs. We're going to twist off small little bubbles on our 260. So make your first twist, grab a pair, and then just put them in that twist and kind of wrap them around one time to get them locked on. And then just do the same thing all the way down the balloon. Make a small spacer bubble, grab a pair from your pile, okay, and then just twist them on there. And then the same thing all the way down. So we're not making like a 4-bubble square pack or anything like that. We're just doing pairs. We're going all the way down our 260, and you're going to see it starting to come together as we work. And just keep an eye on like where you're putting big balloons, and don't put a bunch of big balloons right next to each other. You want them to kind of be evened out, but still keeping it with that random organic look as much as possible. And also keep an eye on colors. You might end up with a bunch of silvers in one place. So try to spread your different types of balloons and colors around as you grab for them. But don't put too much thought into it, because the whole point of this is to not look too orderly, I guess. So as you can see, this is starting to come together really fast. And the thing I love about doing it this way is you can really change the design. So it might be all curled up and coiled up as you're working through it like this, but all you have to do is you can really manipulate this to get it to take on any shape that you want. All right, we've got that 260 in the middle, holding everything together. Now you can really see it's starting to come together now, and it's looking really beautiful. You can shape this sort of if you want it to be going sort of like over a fireplace and draping down, however you want. If you get to the end of your 260 to where you're pretty tight, all you have to do is tie it off and put another one right on there if you want to make this even longer, and just continue on. And that's what I'm going to do. And now it's not looking too obvious, but there are some places where you can see tails sticking out, and if that bothers you, you want to clean it up after you're done putting this all together, definitely go in with your scissors and cut off some of those tails. But if they're being hidden really well, then it'll save you some time if you just leave them on there. If I was doing this for a client and someone was paying me to make this, I would absolutely cut the tails off to clean up the look. But this is just for my own home, and my kids are awake and wanting to play, so I don't want anything to take too long, because that's time away from my family. So we're going to go fast and quick on this. Okay, so I think I'm going to finish it off there. That's about as long as I want this piece to be, because it's going to fit right over the top of our little TV thing above our mantle. And I think this will look really nice. So I've shaped it sort of how I want it to drape. And then now what we've done is I've saved a bunch of my smaller pairs here, and we're just going to fill in any spots that look a little sparse, or cover up some nozzles or holes, and fill in with some of these little clusters that we have. And the way you can do that is just come in and take these and wrap them around another round. So I'm just going to pull out this blue round here, and we're just going to wrap this pair around it to attach them in place here. And that's one way that you can add more balloons to your design, to fill it out. And so I'm just going to fill in some of these places. You can also use the tails that you have here to tie them into the tails inside here. if you don't want them to be so tightly attached. So I'm just going to tie these on here so they're kind of like coming out and not tucked in with the rest of the balloons, and they're sort of at a different level, filling it out and making it look a little bit thicker. So here's a good little empty kind of hole spot where we're going to add this little pair here. So I'm just going to tie it onto one of the tails I see in here that I can grab. And this is a good reason to leave all your tails on until the end in case you need to use any of them later to tie stuff on. All right, so I'm going to keep on doing that, and then we'll show you the finished product and how I'm going to hang it up. All right, so this is what we've got so far. I'm kind of holding it up so you can sort of get an idea of what this is going to look like, sort of draped over the top part of our wall. I'm really liking the look of this. I'm going to go in and cut off a few of the tails that I see that are bothering me, especially if you're using clear balloons that you can see through. Sometimes you'll see like the inner workings of your design through those. So you just want to make sure that those are cleaned up as much as possible. And since this is just for me, I just want to get rid of anything that's going to bother me so that I can just look at this and enjoy how pretty and nice it looks on my wall. So I'm going to cut off a few tails, and then we're going to hang this up. All right, so we're ready to hang. I'll be using command strips to attach this to my wall. I don't like to put holes in the walls here, so we'll be using the little command strip hooks that you can get. They hold about ½ pound each. This weighs nothing, so that's fine. And then I'll be using, surprise, surprise, 260s again, uninflated, just strings, to attach this design to the hooks that I've placed on the wall. So here's the section of wall where we're going to put our balloons. I'm going to try to drape them over this top right corner of the TV. You can see I already have a little doodad here that I had already made a couple weeks ago, and I've just been looking at it and wishing there was more of it. So here we go. To attach our garland to the wall, I'll be using these little plastic command hooks. We're going to attach those straight to the wall and then tie some 160s onto the hooks that we can use to wrap around our garland. We're only going to need a couple of these. The balloon swag doesn't weigh very much, so it's going to be really easy to hang it once we get these up on the wall. And there we have it. I am really happy with how this turned out. Kind of see the whole sort of look there. I think this is just a really lovely, fast and elegant looking way to decorate, and I'm going to enjoy looking at this for the next couple of weeks. So there you have it. That's how I'm decorating for the holidays. I hope you guys like this little tutorial. It's definitely not balloon twisting, but I kind of think of this as organic decor for balloon twisters since we do use that 260, and we're mostly working with balloons that twisters probably already carry. I do a lot of these with just 5-inch balloons, but if you have some 9 or 11-inch balloons around, you can throw a few of those in and you can see how that looks. But this is not a huge installation. It doesn't take a ton of time, and so this is perfect for me. I do this for all my kids' birthday parties and obviously special occasions. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you want to see more videos like this, maybe some decor stuff, let me know that in the comments as well, and you can also show me that by giving this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure that you do that so you get notified every time I put out a new video. You got to ring that bell, or YouTube might not tell you when I have a new video. So make sure you do that. I'll look forward to seeing you next year for 2020. I'm really excited. We're going to continue bringing you guys videos every single Tuesday. So I will see you back again for the next tutorial Tuesday. Happy twisting, everyone. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Bye-bye.